Welcome back, Cougar family, to another exciting episode of The Roar. I'm your host, Tia Corey.
And I'm Amelie Shopley.
And today we've got plenty of Cougar action to catch up on.
First up, Cougar football was dominant on the gridiron, cruising to a 51-0 victory over Northside. It was an all-out team effort with offense, defense, and special teams coming together for the big win.
Over in Baton Rouge, our cross-country teams competed in the highly competitive Catholic High Invitational. Out of 60-plus teams, the girls finished a strong fourth and the boys finished seventh. Impressive performances against some of the toughest competition in the state.
And finally, Cougar Volleyball battled hard at the Hannon tournament in Covington, finishing with a 3-2 record. The Cougars faced some fierce opponents, but their resilience and determination continue to push them forward.
We'll dive deeper into all of this, plus hear from our coaches and athletes right here on episode 7 of The Roar. Stay tuned, Cougar fans. This episode is packed with highlights you won't want to miss.
Cougar football was back in action last Friday night, and they made a statement with their first shutout to the season, dominating Northside 51-0. This victory came against a team that was averaging 31 points per game in district play, but our defense had other plans.
The Cougar defense had a phenomenal game this past week in district play against Northside, shutting out Northside's offense for the entire game. Dylan Richard capped off the defensive performance with a pick six, and Caden D'Artez added to the scoreboard with a huge safety showcasing the relentless Cougar defense that held Northside scoreless all night long. We talked to junior Caden D'Artez about the defense's performance and his safety play.
So as a defense, we knew coming into this game, this team had scored a lot of points on other teams. We knew we got off to a rough start. We wanted to come back and make a statement. We wanted to shut out a team, and we were just hungry for a good game. On the safety play, I got past my tackle well, got over him, and then I saw the quarterback rolling out in the pocket, and I just grabbed onto his jersey and brought him down.
On the offensive side of the ball, it was all about precision. Junior quarterback Cole Bergeron was in the zone tossing for 4 touchdown passes. John Avery Barton scored 2 of them. Cade Wilkerson snagged another, along with Hayes Abear making his mark with a touchdown catch. Bergeron was consistently spreading the ball, keeping the Northside defense on their toes, guessing all night long. After the game, we got an inside look on Cole's thoughts about the offensive performance and his receivers' touchdowns.
We kept working and we stayed to the process, and productive practices led us to where we are today, and we're reaping the benefits of success now. Yeah, so today, my receivers, they played well. They knew their assignments. They were where they're supposed to be, and I was able to make the throws, so we came out with a W. Yeah, so John Avery's a player. He's my guy. He always goes 100%, and he's always there to make the plays for me. And I know we have a trust and we have chemistry, and he has my back, I have his back.
With that 51-0 win, the Cougars not only secured their first shutout of the season, but they also continue to build momentum as district play heats up.
Now let's shift gears to cross country, where our Cougar runners continue to make big strides against top competition.
Last week, they competed at the Pete Boudreaux Invitational in Baton Rouge, facing off against over 60 teams. The girls' team had another strong showing, finishing 4th overall. Leading the way was Cameron Hike, who clocked an impressive 18:24, setting a new school record in the process and securing 7th place. Abby Mendoza also had a standout performance, finishing 18th with a time of 18:57.
On the boys' side, the Cougars placed 7th overall. John Henry Fitzgerald led the charge, crossing the line in 11th place with a blazing time of 15:20.
Results, our cross-country teams continue to prove that they can run with the best in the state. We caught up with Cameron Hike and talked to her about the new school record.
Having this new school record really means a lot. It's been a goal that I've been trying to get for a while now, and I broke Hannah Bork's record. Her last record was 18:25, and mine was 18:24. And I feel like I could definitely break this record again. I've been my new goal is to get to 18 minutes flat for the 3 mile, so definitely think I could break it again.
Our Cougar volleyball team faced their first real challenge of the season this past week at the Hannon tournament. Despite hitting a bit of a speed bump, the team showed resilience and continued to battle against top competition.
Our volleyball team faced their first real challenge of the season this past week at the Hannon tournament. Despite hitting a bit of a speed bump, the team showed resilience and continued to battle against top competition. The Cougars dropped 2 close matches to tough opponents, falling to Hannon and Lakeshore. Both games were hard fought, but the Cougars just came up short in the end. However, it wasn't all setbacks. STM bounced back in a big way, defeating Haynes Academy, one of the state's top-ranked teams. The Cougars also added wins over Mandeville and Northlake Christian to round out the tournament, showing that they are still a force to be reckoned with. With these matchups behind them, Cougar volleyball is recharging for the big games ahead, and we know they'll be ready to get back on track.
With these matchups behind them, Cougar volleyball is recharging for their big games ahead, and we know they'll be ready to get back on track.
Cougar swimming is off again this week, so we wanted to give you a look inside their preparation, superstition, and strategy of swimming. We spoke to senior swimmer Everett Hillman to find out.
So I usually try to eat a lot before a race. I try to carb load. You want something light that's not going to give you a side stitch or anything during a race, but you still want something that's going to keep you full the whole time so you're not struggling for energy. Also, some mid-race strategies, kind of in the same vein: stay hydrated and stay full. We usually have food at our swim meets and lots of water. There's also a warm down pool and a cool down pool. Halfway through the meet, the pool clears and you get a chance to loosen up in the pool and get a little more comfortable. Next, we have some superstitions. So one of our biggest superstitions that comes up a lot is we bite the corners of our relay cards. So during the relays, we get a little note card sized card with our names on it and what stroke we're swimming, and we bite the corner with our name on it so that we know who has seen the card, and that way we can keep track of who knows what they're doing, and also gives us a little bit of extra luck. During a race, I'm usually thinking about myself. I try to not think about the other people in the lanes next to me. I try to lock in on myself and how fast I'm going and beat my personal time, because you're really only racing yourself if you think about it. And that's the most stress-free way to do it. Also, something I know a lot of people don't know, you can come to the swim meets, and they're actually really fun to watch, especially the relays. It's everybody gets up and supports their team, and it's just a big loud yell at everybody that's swimming.
As we look ahead to this week in Cougar Athletics, there's plenty of action on the horizon. But first, a quick update. Cougar football's scheduled game against Como has been canceled due to a ruling by the LHSAA forcing Como to forfeit.
But no worries, Cougar fans. Volleyball is set for a big week of matchups. Tonight, they take on Notre Dame in a key non-district showdown. Then on Thursday, they'll be back on their home court hosting Como. And mark your calendars for next Tuesday. It's the highly anticipated rematch against Sterling's Catholic, a rematch of last year's state championship game you won't want to miss.
Meanwhile, cross country is hitting the road, heading to Clinton, Mississippi, to compete in the Watson High School Cross Country Classic. This meet will feature some of the top teams in the region, and our Cougar runners are ready to make their mark.
Finally, swimming is back in the pool next Tuesday for more competition as they continue to build momentum for this season. Be sure to follow STM Athletics on social media for all the latest updates and highlights. Come on, Cougar family, show up and show out and let us hear your roar. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.
Bunch of champions, that's what we've got.